Hey coaches, Coach Simpson, welcome to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you tuning in. If you've not already done so, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe to this channel. I'm hoping to continue to put out as much free content as possible. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, I also have a website, fbcoachsimpson.com, where I've got a lot more material on there. Some free stuff, including Headsets the magazine, which is going to be coming out this weekend. This is actually the last issue. 6 different magazines you can go on there with articles from basically head coaching to defense, offense, special teams, all free. Just go to fbcoachsimpson.com/headsets and you can get to that. It's also membership month over at my website. If you are interested in getting kind of behind the scenes and consistent content put out every month, you can join over 50 coaches that have already joined my membership group. And you'll get to see over 6 hours of video content, as well as, because it is membership month, so for the month of May, you can get a free book just for joining my membership group. Also, be on the lookout. Last commercial, and I'll get into what we're doing. Be on the lookout. My newest book will be dropping for pre-orders here very, very soon. It's athletic fundraising. Basically, the book covers how we raise over $1.5 million to upgrade our facilities and just the do's and don'ts of fundraising. A lot of coaches were never taught. Okay. This week I've been talking about buck sweep. My members voted on this, and this is the topic they picked. So this is the week we're going to go through buck sweep. So last video I talked about using formations to help buck sweep. This video I'm going to talk about 2 different things we do with influence. It'll be a shorter, quick video, but hopefully 2 things you might be able to do if you run buck sweep that can help you. The first is the biggest problem most teams face when they run buck sweep. A 9 technique or a 6 technique, or just a really, really talented player out here that's trying to blow it up. Usually the weeks we have a hard time running buck sweep, this guy is giving us fits and it gives us a lot of problems. So the last video I talked about formations that may get him moved out of the way, but sometimes that just doesn't happen and you got to get him blocked. So this video we're going to talk about influence blocking. So this player is one of 2 players. They're not all the same, but you have 2 different theories of defensive line play or outside linebacker play. You have the old school way, which is where they're going to try to get their hands on your tight end, collapse him down, not let him off the line of scrimmage, and just squeeze the snot out of everything right there. And basically he's going to occupy 2 blockers, free up his spill players to play over the top and make plays. Okay, good technique. We call that just kind of a headgear reader. Other technique or new school way of defense is they'll just send him like a human missile, upfield, angle, whatever, just try to create havoc and give your kids problems. Okay. If he does the second one of those where he's just straight up field, a lot of times our influence is not really an influence, we just call it bypass, which means we will leave him alone. We'll allow him to run upfield and then we're going to kick him and run underneath him. So it's not really an influence, but we'll basically take our wing right here and he'll outside release to wherever we're sending him. We'll take our tight end and he'll go, and then we'll run buck sweep in the C gap. All right. The one I want to spend my time with is if this guy's a headgear reader. In my offense, we run buck and we run my flavor of belly, which a lot of people consider kind of an ISO play. So in belly, our tight end will base him out. So his rule is to block out. He'll base out. The 9 technique will insert, we'll fold the wing, and we'll run underneath. Okay, those are kind of our 2 bread and butter plays. Is our if-then kind of football. And what that does is this kid is going to get coached now all week that if we block out on him, his job is to squeeze. Okay, if we block down, his job is to grab and he's reading buck sweep. So our influence is we want to give him the illusion, the influence that we're running belly. So we'll tell our Y to step to him. We don't really want to turn our shoulders. We want to attack him with our outside hand. So we're here, attack him with our outside hand to encourage him to squeeze. And as soon as he squeezes, we want to disengage and get up to the linebackers. And we'll step to him. We really want to stay square. We want to punch, get him to engage, and then we're trying to work to our gap down backer. It's not the technique I want to use, but if that ends really, really good, it's an influence to use. What that does, think about it like a defensive coordinator's perspective, is that end is going to squeeze, which makes this block really easy for our wing. And now we know we're going to be able to get outside, kick whatever's showing up in the alley, and wrap to the next level. So that's our influence block on a 9 technique. That's kind of the theory behind it. That's why we do it the way we do it, and it's been pretty effective if you understand how he's playing you. Second kind of influence I want to talk about is how we'll run our jet. Okay, so we run a lot of jet sweep, we'll run some belly read, we run some stuff going the other direction, okay, where we don't necessarily have to block everybody. You know, jet is a great play in my opinion, because really in jet sweep, if you run it right, you got to block about 3 different people, 3 or 4 people. Anyone else that makes a tackle is either a stud or you ran it wrong. So for us, we consider jet a great play to pair with buck. Okay, so we can actually run it with the motion. We can run it with our running back, we can run it with our quarterback. For today, let's just do it with our wing, because that's the standard way we'll run jet sweep. So for us, if we're going to run jet, we're going to crack with our receivers, we're going to kick with our F, we're going to run jet sweep right here, okay? That's jet for us. If we go jet with an influence tag, and we have different words for it each year, we're telling our guards, and basically we're telling this part of the offense to run buck sweep. So they're going to run buck. We're going to get on, backside, gap down backer, pull kick, pull wrap, and we're going to run jet sweep. And our influence is, now we're influencing this player and that player. Are they going to go with guard pull, or are they going to go with backfield action? And you're really putting a strain on these players, okay? We don't read it. We read it as coaches. We don't read it as players. But it's very similar to the QB bash kind of concepts you're seeing now. We're going to run jet. We feel we're pretty secure because, all right, if this guy doesn't read and he falls with us, we should still be good to run jet sweep. It won't be a great play, but it'll be okay play. But what we've done now is we've made this player question everything the coach has taught him all week. If he's taught him to read guards, we just pulled the guards and went the other direction. If he's been taught to read the backfield action and he flies here, well, you know the next play we're going to run is we're going to fake this, and we're going to run QB buck sweep back the other direction. So it's 2 ways to run influence that involve buck that can really help you out. One is influencing a 9 technique. One of them is influencing the 2 inside linebackers. Hopefully both these can help you guys as you work to run buck with your offense. Again, don't forget, it is membership month over at my website, FB Coach Simpson. If you want to get to see some of this stuff in actually live action, there's a whole game film that I break down, talk about how we run different things, and that's just the first month. Next month there'll be another one as well as other materials on there. If you have not already done so, appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to continue to put out as much content as I can for coaches. If you do have a question or something you want me to discuss, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll make sure I go through there and try to address it in a future video. Thank you for your time.